So the new order is getting a new update, 1.0.5, which is going to add a lot of new stuff to the Kingdom of England. But you may be asking, Shaky, why are you playing on 1.0.4b? And that's because we're in the past. But yeah, some of this is back in time. The first half of this episode will be recorded in the older version just because I don't have time to record it all once the new thing is out. But the ending of it will be the start of the new content, and then I'll continue with that in future episodes. So I guess we start off in the Unity Pact. This will not last for long though, because we know what happens in Germany. Fun stuff. So I don't really know what we can do while we're in it. Probably not much, because like one of the places we need to take out is in the Unity Pact too. Maybe we could go after some of these guys first, I don't know. This mod doesn't allow you to manually justify war goals, so it would just have to be something in our focus tree. So understandably right now, England is kind of in a state of turmoil. There are a lot of factions, there's a lot of groups that could maybe be considered slightly rebellious, and we can either side with the groups or we can side with order. I don't really know which one to go with, but I'm just, I live in a constant state of fear, guys. A constant state of fear that, like, our country's gonna be torn apart into a civil war that's gonna make everything so much worse. In terms of borders, of course, and, you know, losses to our country also. But I think today we're going to side with the government. This way it enables gameplay from the perspective of the government, unlike this, which is from the perspective of HMMLR. So we'll do this. The Prime Minister speaks first, and then we get to help Edward give a speech. Yeah, you could probably tell our country's not in the best place right now, considering that we have 5 national spirits, all of them bad. Also, Cornwall's a puppet of us. I didn't even realize that. Huh. Oh, and the man with the plan, or the man with a plan, yeah, the Prime Minister, Alexander Douglas Home. Wait, is it really Douglas Home? Oh, it is Douglas Home. I like this guy. He looks kind of nice, you know? And this is interesting. Like, we have a cool little map graphic here where we can see where the government, HMMLR, and disputed regions are. It looks like Northern England is kind of our issue area, and Southern England is fine. It's like Scotland's gone, they're independent, now the next northern chunk has to leave, you know? I guess we better get the disputed territories. I've learned from the Spanish minigame and the American minigame that you shouldn't go after the territories they have strong control in. You should just go after the disputed ones. And I think we maxed out the safety of the speech, mainly because we can keep sending in the army, and I don't think it takes away 500 guns. Maybe you just have to have 500 guns? Well, there was an attack and things got crazy, but in the end the king was safe. He was evacuated successfully by our amazing security force. We can also go to specific states by clicking on them here and then do specific decisions here to gain popularity. I guess let's start our propaganda campaign. We could get a new prime minister, but I kind of like our good friend Douglas Home. So we'll go with Home again. What's going on with Burgundy's focus tree? What is this? This is kind of confusing a little bit. Yeah, well, what are you doing there? Well, our campaigns have flipped this state under our control, so that's good. We can continue trying to have success in the Midlands, I guess. Oh, and a shaky compromise, more like a DShakey compromise. I know, comedy genius. And okay, it's time to maybe get a little bit risky with what we're trying to do. We're going to do some stuff that the Reich may not agree with completely, but it fixes some of our bad modifiers, specifically this one that doesn't let us produce some things and makes it so we really can't gain army experience. And yeah, so kind of the issue with this focus is the Germans are maintaining a garrison in Cornwall. That's why it's kind of a separate puppet of ours instead of integrated into our nation. They're garrisoning this, and in return we can't really do anything military-wise to defy them because of that. So that's kind of why we have this spirit, and now we're going to kind of start subverting that, maybe getting some actual army experience and, you know, removing some of their influence, because they'll be falling apart anyway soon enough. Oh yes, and now we are going to be very smart, and we are going to try to find the leader of the resistance movement. So, you know, let's just take out that guy, and then our country will be perfectly fine. Hopefully. So it begins. And so it begins. It's not long before chaos ensues. If Germany's going into chaos, there's the would-be mustache men have spread it up all over. Okay, it's time for our opportunity. God save England. Okay, this is it. I think this is our chance to become a strong power once again, to reclaim our place in this world. And our good old friend Heinrich is, well, not our good friend, our probably enemy and probably our greatest rival, Heinrich, has invaded the French state. He's gonna become so powerful, it's scary. At least we have the English Channel to protect us for now. I don't really know what happens. I don't even think I've got this far in this mod yet. Somehow, I never get past this date, but we're getting past there today. Oh wait, okay, didn't really deal with that leader guy very well, I guess, but okay. I'm surprised they got so much stuff. We controlled a lot more states than this. There, first battle of the game right there. Oh, across the streets of London, several spray paintings have been painted. Oh no, yeah, wait, can we call, yeah, we can call them into the war. That can be kind of helpful with their 4 divisions. Wait, can I just steal all their divisions, possibly? Yeah, let's just steal all their divisions, that's good. And wars like this with so few divisions and with a lot of terrible divisions, every division that we can have helps. Yes, and the Kingdom of England defended their position from HMMLR's England and prevented the country from falling into anarchy. Yes, there we go, look at that, beautiful. And now we have end of the disaster. Now we can't really see the top of that focus, but it's fine. We'll just make the circle of peace in England. We'll just, you know, all these divisions, we'll make this circle around Birmingham and, you know, do a little dance. Oh, wait, our Prime Minister, Mr. Douglas Home, not that guy. This guy, he served our country well throughout this time of trouble, but he is resigning, and he recommends that he's replaced with Margaret Thatcher. Does this mean we're gonna be invading the Falklands, maybe? Wait, America owns the Falklands? Wow, haha, interesting. We will move on from this setback and emerge victorious once more, whatever the cost. I like the sound of that. That sounds like something the good guys would obviously say, and I always, in these games, play as the good guys, so we're definitely gonna go with this one, yeah. Oh well, looks like Mr. Richard Nixon has resigned and Kennedy's in charge now. Let's hope that nothing happens to him. Okay, and now we're finally in the new version 1.0.5. We've reached the limitations of that last focus tree. This new update has changed some of the stuff I went through. A lot of the mechanics seem to work a lot better and they're more difficult too, but for the most part it's the same thing. And yeah, now we have a new election campaign thing. Looks like the royal party is pretty much leading everywhere, so we have a very high advantage. And there's this here, the divine mandate of Siberia. This seems pretty interesting. Divine Siberia, that's kind of cool. And this election is not going so well for everybody else. It looks like we're gonna win everywhere except this one place. Yes, Thatcher wins the election, so let's see what happens. We're moving towards a brighter day for England, and maybe soon the United Kingdom. Not just England. We'll have to see what happens, though. Oh wow, this is quite the focus tree. Hint at Scottish oil and, oh, the reunification of the United Kingdom. Haha. I guess we do our focus a young face for an old system. There we go. Oh, and well, I guess one thing in this universe is historical. Everything else is completely different, but this, well, and the Nixon thing too. Yeah, that just happens. America's just in its own bubble where nothing is changing. Well, besides these ports being gone. And to the Cornish problem, we can either deal with this with peace and diplomacy, or let it never be said that Margaret Thatcher was a coward. We must prepare to take Cornwall by force. Yes, of course. It's not like they're gonna join a faction or anything, it's just a free victory. And that's where we'll end it off today. Unfortunately, Germany has been united though. Bormann's Germany won, and they're very powerful. But yeah, that's it for today. If you enjoyed, remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.